Yeah,
Yeah.
we got fights, ladies and gentlemen. The UFC
Fights.
back at the world's most famous Apex at the top of the hour. But what a day it has been already. The MMA hour drops in for a quick surprise visit with some guests you probably never heard of. I don't know if you've heard of Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. Maybe some news broke. Whole bunch has happened, and you can only find that stuff here on the MMA Fighting YouTube channels. We welcome you to the People's Pre-Fight Show to get you ready for UFC Vegas 85. I am Mike Heck, being joined as always by producer extraordinaire, the baddest stash in MMA. I'm curious to see how many times the chair swings around. He is none other than Casey Leydon. Let's see. Chair. Ooh.
You get a full spin.
A full chair spin?
You get a full spin. Apex, you get a full one.
Wow.
I'm not a hater. I'm okay with this card. I'm okay. Get a full spin.
So my C grade is fair, or is that spin a higher grade than the C?
Okay. I'm qualifying this as an Apex card, so we've already kind of lowered the standard what UFC fight nights are. So we kind of have, this is the Apex card. So for an Apex card, I'm actually a big Imavov fan. I actually like him a lot. I still believe in him. I still think he's eventually he'll break the top 5. I don't know if he'll fight for a title ever, but I like him. I'm still high on him. I know people are kind of up and down on him. I know Jed's not super big on him, but I'm big on him. I get it. It's not really a main event because it doesn't have super high stakes, but I enjoy seeing him fight, and co-main event rules and Natty Ice. So I dig.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I think like the top. Let me look at this. The top 4 fights are all pretty good. Then we get a little weird with like Kizriev, who could be good. We just haven't seen him. Mm-hmm. Gilbert Urbina, Charles Radke kicking off the main card seems like it's certainly a choice. But, I mean, with cards like this, it doesn't really matter. Molly McCann, Stolyarenko just kind of buried here in the prelims after picking up just a huge win. It's
over McCann. It's just
it's
the card play.
I don't think it's gonna be a bad watch.
The order is odd. I think it's gonna be a fine watch. I don't think this is something we're talking about past Tuesday. But I think if you're gonna if you have friends, if you have a social life, enjoy it tonight, this afternoon. But if you wanna just chill, watch some fights, I don't think this is a bad card to watch for an Apex card.
Agreed. All right. Well, it's People's Pre-Fight Show, which means it's your show. We're going to answer your questions. We do have the new Super Chat feature, so if you want to get bumped to the top of the list, if you want to skip the line, you want to get your question immediately up on the screen, go ahead and do that. I'm still learning about the Super Chat. I just know we have it now. That's all I know. And if it says Super Chat, then I know it's a Super Chat. Other than that, I have no idea what this all means. So let's go.
All right.
Let's see what you got.
Oh, here we go. Our first Super Chat question.
Sweet.
All right, here we go. It's got to had to make sure there's no bad words in it, But here we go.
Thank you, Matt. Big fan. Awesome feature. Just wanted to say Jed is the man. His takes are great. Not sure why he gets all this hate. True. Why do you think Jed's on BTL every single Thursday? It's not like he just forces himself in. He was on BTL like one time, and I'm like, yep, you're coming on every single time. He is unapologetically who he is. He stands by everything he says. How can you not respect that? I mean, some of his takes are wacky, but you could find like reasons for some of these things to like make sense. And I think, I don't know. I think this would be a whole different MMA media space without Jed. Like, I think it would be a little less fun.
I love Jed.
Sure.
I love Jed. I love and he informed us that chickens can't be goats. I didn't know this until Jed told me.
You don't get that anywhere else.
No.
Come on.
Chickens can't
but
be
thank
goats.
You, Matt. I appreciate that. I'll let Jed know that that's for him.
Yeah. Jed has to frame this. He's gonna frame this. He's gonna get it tattooed across his back.
It's gonna be his new thing.
Yeah, history happens right now. We got a compliment for Jed.
Jed just texted me. He said it's super chatting with you.
Did he just make
I'm
that
speaking on behalf of him. Yeah, I'm speaking on behalf of him.
up? All right.
Thank you, The Last Stand 001. Which victorious fighter should do the thing when they get the microphone? I mean, this is...
Who's got a do the thing opportunity today?
I mean,
It's got to be Moicano.
It's
Moicano or
Moicano
Dober.
by a
Yeah,
mile.
Moicano. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
Moicano.
it's Moicano
And
by
he
a hot
will do the thing. Do we doubt he would not do the thing if he gets a big victory today?
Oh, he's definitely going to do the thing.
Yeah, he would do the thing.
And the thing with Moicano compared to like every other fighter on the roster is whatever Moicano believes is the thing will work tonight. Like he could sit there and call Conor McGregor or Michael Chandler. He can call for a friggin' title fight for all I care. It's all okay. I will have nothing bad to say about any of it because it's going to be accompanied by just a great overall promo. So it's probably him, but I think that's the easy money answer. But what else? Who else besides Moicano do you think has to like do the thing?
I'm gonna go Dolidze.
Interesting.
I mean, yeah, because later I'm picking Imavov to win, but I think it will be a competitive fight. But I don't think Imavov. He's not that guy. He doesn't need to do that thing. He's just a guy. He just needs to win and win kind of entertainingly, I guess. But Dolidze, I think, coming off that, if he lost to Vettori, I think if he gets a good win and does the thing, he can be right back up there and kind of that kind of hype that he had coming into the Vettori fight, right? Yeah, Vettori fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he can get all that shine back with a performance, and if he does the thing on the mic.
Dude, he could end up getting like the Cannonier fight.
Yeah,
because everyone's asking like if he goes out there and has a great performance and does the thing, like he should 1,000,000% call it Jared Cannonier. If he doesn't, at least if he like calls for a title fight, then I'm going to say some not great things about him on the post-fight show. Keep it realistic. Jared Cannonier is a realistic option. You were booked together before, and then all the craziness happened with this division, and then Cannonier got hurt. So it's not his fault that the fight didn't happen. But in terms of like what is available to him, Cannonier is the highest ranked guy that he realistically could get. So anything above that makes absolutely no sense. So Cannonier or below, and I think he does the thing. I would say Molly McCann is probably one that should probably do the thing if she wins, and I expect her to. And the other one, although I don't know what doing the thing would be for her, Natty Ice. Like just a good little call out. Respectful. I'm not telling her that she needs to do the Nate Diaz, Michael Johnson, post Michael Johnson, Conor McGregor call out, but I think she should probably have a name in mind if she wins for this division because she's gonna get a boost.
I'm gonna slightly disagree on the Natty Ice because I think where she is at her career and just an exciting personality she is. As long as she comes off as like her personality, basically, because I think that's kind of her biggest feature. Yeah, she doesn't need to call to me. But as far as a calling out or anything, and don't say no. Give me who they want. But I think as long as she just shows her excitement, her enthusiasm, that kind of love for the sport and violence that she brings, I think that will be enough. And so,
just be like Lauren Murphy. I respect you. I think we could be good friends after the fight, but we should get in there and have a fight. I think it would be a lot of fun, and we can go swimming afterwards. Like that's perfect. That's perfect Natty Ice right there.
You know who I'll be very excited about if he does the thing? Charles Johnson, if he gets a finish in this fight.
Oh my God. I love
especially if it's an under too. If it's an under, if he actually hits a flyweight under, I'm kind of waiting for that.
Oh, that'd be fun. Like if he calls, or like if he call out the UFC for not getting his wife a ticket or something, like that would be a great time to do it. Ooh, yeah, interesting. All right, we'll see. We'll see how this all plays out.
I'm gonna have to. I got your super chats. Don't worry, but I do have a comment from who is this guy?
How good is super producer EKC to jump from Fury Usyk live face-off to the UFC Q&A? I mean, this is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't know who this Eric Jackman is, but he's spot on. He's spot on.
Yeah. Thank you, Eric Jackman. Yeah.
Oh, Jackman. I apologize.
Jackman.
Jackman.
I got it. Oh yeah. So a little behind the scenes. Yeah, I got a. Actually, I just woken up. I was kind of getting ready. I was about to go to the gym and get some Muay Thai in before I did all this stuff. But I get a text and a call from some UFC, MMA Hour peeps, and apparently there were some boxers who wanted to talk, and one was in Saudi Arabia, one was in Spain, and we had to set it all up and everything. So got down here and. I gotta say, I produced a pretty dang good show at the last second, and now I'm here for you. Didn't get my morning Muay Thai in, but I'm here and I'm happy, and yeah, thank you, Eric Jackman.
We're getting ready for a one chair spin event.
Yeah. All right,
let's keep them coming. Gustavo, thank you very much. Is Murodov being extremely overlooked? This is an interesting question. Remember how we thought about Murodov like 18 months ago? Like we were looking at this dude like in a whole different light right now. And it's almost like everyone's forgotten about him. And he's taking on Khizriev, who's been kind of waiting to see what he was going to do since coming off the Contender Series. A lot of fights booked. None of them happened. And now he gets in there with Murodov. And a lot of people feel like this is one of those fights where it's like, hey, stand in there while we put this newcomer over that we think is going to be very, very good. Do you feel like Murodov is one of those guys who could be a live underdog today because no one's even really giving him a look or much of a chance here?
Absolutely. I absolutely believe he is a live underdog. I get the hype behind, I say his name? I've never said it out loud, actually. Khizriev. Khizriev's obviously, what do you call him, a prospect? Not 30, he's 33 years old. But he's new to UFC fans. But I won't call him a prospect. Sure. He is the product we're gonna get. So yeah, it's a great fight. These are kind of this is a very apex fight in a good way, I guess.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way, in a good way. These I don't think a big crowd would necessarily maybe because I don't know. Would this fight be better or worse if it was in an arena? I guess every fight's better in a big arena full of fans. But
this is a perfect Apex main card fight.
Yeah, basically. Yes, but to answer your question, I do believe Murodov is being extremely overlooked. But also, are people really even looking at this card enough to say extremely overlooked?
That's the point.
So
Murodov's only a plus 130 underdog, so there is enough respect there from the betting community.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of like what people are talking about in terms of this card, there's like no one mentioned in his name at all. Yeah. So definitely being overlooked on this one. But
I think the fight in general is being overlooked. I don't necessarily think Murodov is being overlooked. I think just this fight.
Sure.
Yeah.
If Khizriev, like this is gonna be one of those fights where like Khizriev is super talented, and I mean obviously they're not exactly the same, but Khizriev reminds me of a middleweight version of Romanov, where he is just a friggin' like he's a sledgehammer. This dude just gets after it. He gets quick finishes, slams, suplexes, all that fun stuff. And I'm curious to see if Murodov can extend this, take it to round 2, take it to round 3, see how Khizriev looks if this fight gets extended, because this dude doesn't go to the cards. I don't know if he's ever been to the cards. He early in his career, but since 2015, 1 decision, 2 decisions, but most of his fights don't even go like a minute. So
wow.
It's going to be interesting. Plus, a little bit of rust on him. It's been a while since he fought. A little less than a year, but still well over a year. March 2022 was the last time he's fought. And before that, it was September 2020 on the Contender Series. So it's like once every 18 months right now. So
is there a reason why? Why so?
I'm not really sure. Like some were like during COVID. Some were visa issues. Some were the opponent had to withdraw. There's a lot of weirdness.
A lot of things. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Got another super chat right here.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Martin M.
What? 100? Is that right? You put 100.
I don't know. Well, sweet.
Did
Jed get to sleep under a roof already? We're keeping the gimmick going. Yes. He's not even on today. He's out hanging out with his buds. Birthday party, I believe.
Yeah. The unhoused Jed Machine.
Yes. That's so funny. What else we got? I love how this is becoming a thing. How much hype does Renato? Okay, I understand now. How much hype does Renato lose if he gets colded by Drew Dober? Not a ton, I don't think.
I mean, if you're gonna lose to Dober, that's how you lose. You get colded by him. So I don't think. I mean, Renato's been colded before.
He's been knocked out a bunch.
Yeah, he's an exciting fighter, and if he loses, he loses. No, I think maybe no. I don't think too much, honestly. I mean, obviously it will suck, and Moicano will have to be just give me what you can, Moicano, if he gets colded. But I think we'll still be excited to see him. Yeah. You know what I was doing? Because everyone talks about, where did this guy come from? So I went to our archives and I started watching some of his old interviews or scrums we've done of him. And yeah, you're right. I've always liked Mocano, but I never thought of him as an exciting personality. And I watched some old interviews and he was always good at speaking English. It wasn't an English thing, but he just kind of gave the generic answers basically, next fight, I want to win. I want to fight for the belt, just the generic stuff. But, it's very interesting how he just kind of held back that part of his personality. I guess he just didn't have the confidence. And maybe in English, I don't know. I don't know if he spoke like that in his Portuguese, but a lot of times, in English, he just didn't have the confidence to speak that way. Because it's like I was looking at interviews from like 3 or 4 years ago. But I'm a big fan of Money Moicano.
Do you remember? You've seen the movie Step Brothers, right?
I just watched that again the other day.
When Will Ferrell finally sings and the way John C. Reilly just looks at him in awe of I didn't see this coming, but I love it so much. That's how I looked at the television screen when Moicano cut that promo with Joe Rogan.
Which fight was that?
After he beat Brad Riddell.
Was it Brad Riddell? Yeah.
281.
281?
That was in MSG.
Yeah, and it just
that was the last time he fought.
No way.
Yeah, that was the last time he fought. He didn't fight at all last year. He was booked with Sarukian, and then he got dinged up, and he didn't fight at all.
I just thought there was a fight after that, and then the big break. I didn't realize that was. Oh, geez. All right.
No, crazy, right?
All right.
I don't think he loses a ton.
No.
I don't even if Renato Moicano wins, I don't think he's going to be a title contender, but just a fun lightweight that people are going to want to watch. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I think he certainly gains more from a win than Drew Dober does, in my opinion. I think the UFC would probably give him a little bit more of a boost than they would give Drew with the win because of Moicano's personality and because of how he's getting over right now. But if he loses, I don't think it hurts him that bad. It's going to be Bobby Greenish type of territory where it's just okay, you just lost to Jalen Turner. You just got knocked out. But hey, now you're going to go fight Jim Miller, UFC 300. And it's F yeah, let's go. Yeah. Bobby Green.
Of all the fighters that it hurts to be in the Apex, I feel the co-main event. Unless this was the main event for an Apex card, this shouldn't have been on this card. I mean, it's nice. We get to watch it. That's awesome. But I really wish this was for both Dober and Moicano. Both those gentlemen, they should fight in front of a crowd. And I don't get it. I don't get why it's on this card and not the main event. If you're going to put it on an Apex card with just 14 people, it shouldn't have been the main event. But
this would have been a tremendous fight for UFC 297.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't get it. But here we are. Got a super chat coming in.
All right. Matija Hope I got that right. And if I don't, I apologize. Who do you have as the pound for pound number one at the end of 2024? Oh, this is a good question. Because I have to stick with everything I've predicted at the beginning of the year.
I'm gonna.
Let me look at my list right now. If you got somebody in mind.
I'm mostly because I think he will only fight once. I'm still go with Islam. He's my number one guy right now, and I'm gonna go with Islam just because I think he'll only have one fight this year, and I think he'll do well. I'm not big into pound for pound.
This is gonna. God, I think it's gonna end up being John Jones for some reason.
So he is gonna fight this year, and he will say beat Stipe. Is that gonna move? You would move. Yeah,
I have him at 2 right now. So like,
okay. Oh, you have him at 2. So all right, you have him a lot higher than I do then.
But because I have Saru, I'm the only one on our staff that doesn't have Islam as champion at the end of the year. I have Arman Sarukian as champion at the end of the year. But will that put him at number 1? Pound for pound at the end of the year if John fights? I don't know. What if Volk goes 3-0? Where does that put him? So,
dude, if Volk goes 3-0 at the age he is at, that would be, if he does what you say he thinks he can do, beats Topuria, beats, I guess, who would be the next in line? Who am I forgetting? Who would be after Topuria?
Evloev, probably.
Evloev. If he beats Topuria, I assume he'll beat Evloev.
And then he probably goes back up to 55.
Jed's been asking for that. Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah, he loves that. Nothing would make him happier. It's a good question.
Yeah,
it could be John. It could be DDP. It could be Alex. It could be there's like 8 or 9 guys that are like in this conversation right now. Like if Khamzat Chimaev wins the middleweight title and like has a title defense this year, like if he goes 2-0 and wins the belt, like there's a very good chance he's gonna be super high up there.
What if Izzy gets the belt back and then defends it? I know we're talking about a lot of what ifs. I know it's kind of silly, all these what ifs, but
I mean, if he just runs DDP and then runs Khamzat Chimaev, because that would probably be his next fight.
And that would be. Is Chimaev going to fight again, or is he getting a title shot next in his next fight? I want to see Chimaev Strickland. I want to see Chimaev Strickland really bad.
I want that at 300. If they're going to do DDP Izzy, I want to see Chimaev Strickland on that card.
I really want to see that
fight. I could see them holding off Chimaev for Saudi as well. But yeah, for Izzy to be number 1, he's going to have to beat Alex Pereira.
Oh, I don't see it. At 205 or back at 85? I don't.
That's how he gets.
If it beats him at 205, he is without a doubt number 1. Without a doubt,
he's gonna have a little bit of a struggle. He's gonna have a struggle. Like it's gonna take a bunch of wins from him to get to number 1 for me. I have him at 15 right now.
Oh wow. Okay, you have him much lower than I do. Okay, all right. Yeah, pound for pound so weird.
You're not that much. You have him at 13. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. You're
pound
right.
For pound.
You're right. Oh, because it's top 20. Yeah, not top 15. Not top 15. Okay. But if he can come back, yeah, whatever. All right, well, that's my answer for you.
Well, thank you.
I'm still going Jeff. I'm going.
This is gonna be a good conversation to have.
Yeah.
As the year goes on.
All right. We have a super chat from Dom Elliott.
Ah, sweet. Thanks, Dom. What's the next most Apex event after this one?
Oh, there's one.
I mean, it's next week, is it not?
Yeah, is it next week? What is next week?
Another middleweight main event.
Next week is it defeats
Joe
this
Pyfer,
card.
Jack Hermanson.
And the co-main, Ige Felix. Oh, yeah, Tavares, RoboCop. Dude, this next, oh my God. There's so many middleweight fights next week. Holy moly. Why are there any other fights?
Next week is absolutely a good one. I mean, it's not bad. God, Armin Rodolfo Vieira, Armin Petrosian is about as middleweighty as you can get.
I love it.
Petrosian is like right up there. Did you see Ihor Pretorius is going to 185? He's stepping in on like less than a week's notice. Loma's on the card. Loma versus Bruno Brazil will be fun.
That should be a fun fight.
Jeremiah Wells back. Dude, there's a lot of fights on this card. Is this a 15er? 14.
Oh, man.
Yeah, next week's kind of Apexy.
Oh, next week is super Apexy. Super Apexy.
Cool main event with like ranked dudes or like at least Piper. They're trying to get him there. And then the co-main event is like arguably more interesting because Danny Andre Fili rules. It's like the featherweight equivalent of what we're getting with Moicano and Dober. A lot of middleweight fights. There's so many middleweight.
Yeah. Dude, let's man, like next week's gonna be exciting to talk about middleweights. Oh my god. Yeah. But you know what? So the answer is I am interested. Well, I know we're talking about this week, but I am interested in Joe Pyfer because that boy can thump. Oh man, he thumps.
Yep.
He knocked out my my teammate to get to the UFC. The guy get the big contender series, Ozzy Diaz. And Ozzy thumps too. And the fact that Pyfer slept him, I was like, whew. So Pyfer hits very hard, and I like that fight. So I am interested in the main event next week, but man, a lot of middleweights. So yeah, it will be very Apex next week.
Surely.
We got another super chat from Terrence Leverett.
Oh, sweet. Terrence, who will have the most fights this year, male and female? Ooh. I feel like Jessica Andrade is like absolutely in play to do this again for the second straight year.
How does she get? How does she
fought 5 times last year, and she's already fighting in April.
Yeah. Am I thinking? So Jessica Andrade female. I know. I see on Angela Hill complaining all the time, like she wants to fight more, but apparently just UFC's not giving her fights. So there's a lot of fighters that want this kind of award, but they just don't get the opportunity. For some reason, Andrade, I don't know if it's because of how much she gets paid or not paid that she gets all these fights, but I would say Andrade. Who do you pick from the male side though? Who will anyone break 5 fights, 5 UFC walks this year?
Break 5 or 5 or higher?
5 or higher. 5 or higher. I'm sure we'll get a couple 4s, but
okay, this might be a weird one, but I could absolutely see it happening. And I don't know how people are going to feel about this answer, but I actually think this is. I don't think anyone's hitting 5 this year. I don't think that happens. I'm gonna say Neil Magny is at least by himself or is tied for having the most fights as from the male side. I think he's gonna get like a lot of like quick turnaround, stepping in on short notice type opportunities. I could see him fighting 4 times this year. So I'll say Neil Magny, and I'll say I'm gonna say Natty Ice for the females.
Nice.
I think Natty Ice gets 3 or 4 this year.
I like it.
I think honestly, I think if there's a spot open for like early on at 300, if Natty Ice goes out there and just runs Viviane Araújo, I wouldn't mind throwing her on that card like early on. Like if you just need a spot to fill, there's like 13 fights, or like let's just have like something fun early. Throw Natty Ice in there against like a ranked 25er, and just let her do the thing.
All right, yeah. I was gonna suggest some women bantamweights, but I don't really want to go there.
Oh God.
All right. Oh God. Super chat. Oh, got another super chat from. I don't want to say his name, but you can say it.
Chase Casey, will you have another fight anytime soon? Great question.
Oh, I would love that. Unfortunately, I live in California, and to get a sanctioned fight out here, it is a bit difficult due to my my elevated 29. Age. Yeah, my 29 age. But apparently, there's a rumor I am a young 46 years old.
Oh.
So it's
Breaking
yeah. So yeah. But I moisturize, so that's what keeps me young. I moisturize. It's very important. Moisturize, people. It's very important. Drink water. But no, I will be. I was supposed to compete in a jiu-jitsu tournament last weekend, and I was really bummed because I was cutting weight. I was there on minute 165, but then a week before, little personal news, I got COVID, and so I couldn't. I tested negative 2 days before the event, but I hadn't trained all week. My weight had elevated, and I was still technically contagious, so couldn't compete. So I am going to do jiu-jitsu tournaments. Hopefully I can do a kickboxing match. I'm doing a lot of kickboxing still, but competing in MMA, it might be tough unless Fight Circus gives me a call and wants to fly me out to Thailand.
Go.
So I might get some unsanctioned.
They're doing like a 2-day event coming up. Like they need spots to fill, I would assume.
Yeah. So hey, Fight Circus, call your boy.
Let's go.
Yeah. I'm not even asking for business class on flight. Just give me a good window seat with a little leg room. That's all I need.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
At
least one.
John
coach.
Gooden on the stick today. John Gooden, DC, and Larasenko on the call for UFC Vegas 85.
This
This is a good little team right here. I think we're gonna have a good, solid broadcast.
And I'm excited. Talking about fighting, I'm excited. One of my coaches, the legend Josh Barnett, just announced. I didn't even know he was doing. He's having a grappling match with Phil DeFries in Poland. So great on him.
Love that.
That's awesome. Yeah. Having Josh Barnett as a coach is so intimidating. It's so intimidating because he doesn't. Because he's not one of those coaches that.
Josh Barnett is intimidating. I can only imagine what it's like training with him.
Because he's not one of those coaches that yells or anything. He's not like, "Let's go," you can do it. You're a champ. He just looks at you with disappointment. He's like, "What are you doing, Casey? What are you doing? Like, what are you doing?" It's like, oh, jeez. So, yeah, just want to share that good news for Josh. I'm excited to see him grapple again. Another super chat from TJ.
Thank you, TJ. Do you think there is a possible chance that Drew's granite chin has finally been cracked? I'm feeling a knockout from Moicano. Well, I have to look at the prop on that. I have to assume Mocano by knockout is like plus. It's got to be like plus 5 something or higher, is it not? Let me see. Where is it? Moicano by KO, TKO, DQ plus 700. So if you're feeling it, plus 700 on DraftKings for Moicano by knockout. As far in the UFC, he has never had he's never had a finish of strikes. He's got good hands, but usually the hands set up a finish on the ground. But he was kind of chucking him a little bit with Rafael Fiziev and having some success until he got got in that fight real bad. Because Fiziev
but that's Fiziev. That's Fiziev. It's like that's how you when you fight him, it's either one way or the other.
Yeah, I mean, it would be pretty stunning if Moicano knocked out Drew Dober. I could see him finishing Drew. I could see a submission, but
yeah,
I feel like the knockout comes, it's coming from Dober. But
yeah, so
you never know with this crazy ass sport.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, take a shot, man. Plus 700 is pretty good.
Plus 700. Yeah, just the fact that we have no ground and pound kind of TKOs and something like that. Is he gonna knock him out just straight 1 shot, 2 shot, like standing TKO, knock him out on his feet? I think that prop bet should be even a bit higher. But just straight TKO type of finish at what, plus 700? Plus 700.
Plus 700 for any knockout or striking finish or a DQ win.
I think that's a good bet. Yeah, Drew Dober's, he has a great chin, but it's not quite granted yet. Yeah, it can't be touched, and he will go down.
What does the UFC do with Molly McCann if she loses on the prelims of an Apex card? What do you think? I mean, I think the answer is pretty clear. Whether she wins or loses, you throw her on the next UK card against anybody.
Yeah, I don't think it's that big a deal if she loses, because it's kind of like if a tree falls in the forest and no one's sees it or something. I don't know how it goes.
No, I think people are paying attention to this one though.
You do? You do?
Just because it's her.
Oh, because
And she's already 30, she already 30-25'd Belbita before at 125. So
I just don't remember that fight. I know everyone keeps saying there's a rematch. I just don't remember it. I'm sure I saw it. I can't remember. I just don't remember it.
It was just a smushy decision. It was dominant for Molly. It was just one-way traffic. I just don't know if I just feel like we're just going to see the same thing. So
yeah.
We get heavyweights getting ready to kick things off, which is going to be incredibly fun. But we could take a few more questions, certainly.
Yeah. All right. But if she loses, oh man, would she stay at 25 if she loses?
Will she go back to 25?
I'm sorry. Would she stay at 15 if 115 if she loses? I think that's really the only question, honestly. I guess we'll have to hear from her and see how she performs.
I don't think it really matters either, because I mean, again, you just put her on the UK card and whenever that is, and you give her what you've been doing with her for the most part. You give her the lowest ranked fighter in the division and just let her have a moment.
Yeah, put her back. Just put her back on a patty card. It worked. Go back to the good. Yes, go back to what works.
Exactly.
Just go back to what works.
100% what they should be doing right now.
Yeah. And I don't mind it. I don't mind. And McCann doesn't need it. You can be in the UFC, be a professional fighter, and not be a champ or a contender. I don't care. Just go out there, have fun, be exciting, train hard, do your best, and just whatever. McCann, she's an exciting fighter. Regardless, of her personality outside the cage, I think her in-cage performance is always fun to watch. So, I
think her personality outside of the cage is fantastic.
No, I mean,
they got something with. Oh yeah.
No, it's great. I'm saying, but just that's why I'm saying she's fine as long as she goes out there and just kind of performs. Just doesn't do something weird. I don't know. All right.
Jamal Pogues, we got.
By
the way, interesting stat. Jamal Pogues one of 15 active heavyweights who are on Dana White's Contender Series. How many heavyweights are in the UFC right now? Like 30?
16?
Like half of the roster. From the Contender Series.
And
Thomas Peterson is also from the Contender Series, I think. So
we're watching a Contender Series fight and with the UFC branding. Yeah. Cool. Did I miss this news?
Really? Usman Nurmagomedov versus Alexander Shabli? Where the frig have I been?
That seems like a significant fight. Is that going to be in that Bellator card? That kind of...
I don't know.
So, can't... Yeah, sorry.
I don't see this being reported anywhere, at all.
Yeah. So, I was more just like, what? So can't confirm that. So don't really have a...
He was suspended in November. So December, January, February, March.
But he got one of those Buena Silva type suspensions, where more is like an oopsie rather than like a PD type of.
Yeah, it was a six month thing, so he could fight in May.
So,
but I didn't hear that at all.
Can't,
I hope we get that fight.
I dig it. I dig it.
Do you think Randy Brown is done as a contender if he loses today? Is he like a... I don't mean this disrespectfully. Is he like a contender now?
Let me look.
Or is he just like a top 20, like a really solid top 20 guy?
So he's 33. Basically, this is what we got, Randy Brown. He might get a little better, but this is essentially who Randy Brown is right now. And he is coming off a decision win over Wellington Turman. And he lost JDM. But before that, he was on a 4-fight win streak until he lost to Luque. So essentially, he's losing to guys who are in the top 15, top 10. Is he done as a contender? Yeah, I don't think he's quite I wouldn't even call him a contender right now. I think he's just a UFC vet. I guess if he loses today, I don't think he might never reach that contender status. He'll probably maybe finish out his professional career in the UFC, but
this is about as tailor-made of a matchup as you could possibly get right now. Like,
Yeah, this
Salikoff's about to be 40. Has no ground game at all. Randy has like such a advantage in size and reach, and I mean, just so many advantages in this fight. Salikov, this would be a pretty bad loss for him. This probably would be the worst loss of his UFC career if he lost this fight.
Yes, without a doubt. Outside of maybe Michael Graves, which was a long time ago. Why didn't we count that? It's such a long time ago. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're about to get.
A lot of people are saying. Going back to the Usman and Nurmagomedov. A lot of people are saying Bellator announced it. I don't know who works for Bellator. And someone said Kaposa just put it out there too.
Let's see. I mean, honestly, I haven't.
Yeah, I've missed it.
I'm looking at Kaposa's thing right now.
What are you guys talking about?
Yeah, I think people are trolling us.
All right. God dang it, you guys. Jerks.
We would, I mean, like if Bellator announced it, like we would have probably known about this by now.
Yeah, it's not a random. It's not a random name.
I googled Usman Nurmagomedov, and it's literally nothing.
All right.
Do you have any more? Or
nope. I think we're good.
All right. Bonus predictions, Casey. Who walks away with an extra 50 G's?
Ooh, let me bring up the card again. 50 G's. Oh, 50 G's easily going to Money Moicano. I'm picking him to get the win. And the other 50 G's will go to. Did I pick her? What did I pick? Man, I have no round one finishes. I'm gonna go way down the card. I'm gonna go Stolyarenko with the bantamweight fight. I think she will get a big victory. And fight of the night will go to. I'm gonna go Murodov versus. Say his name again.
Hizriev.
I'm gonna go Murodov. The overlooked fight. That's gonna get fight of the night.
I'm going Randy Brown. I'm going. I mean, I know I just talked about this, but I'm actually going to go Hizriev as one. Fight of the night, I'm going Natty Ice versus Viviane Araújo. I think Natty Ice wins a pretty clear decision, but I think it's going to be a fun fight.
Okay.
I do think it's going to get fun. I think Natty's going to get off to a real good start. Araújo's going to get a little angry like she did in the Andrew Lee fight, but then she's going to have a willing dance partner, Natty Ice, ready to chuck him right back at her. So I'll go with that. So main card predictions. We start with Gilbert Urbina versus Charles Radke. Who gets it done?
I'm going Radke by decision because someone has to win. I don't really have a real...
Gilbert Urbina. I'm going Urbina by knockout. Round one.
I like it.
Round one. I don't know why. That's kind of what we this heavy.
Apparently, this fight is living up to all the heavyweight overs.
Yeah. This is living up to all the hype.
Oh wow, that's great.
This is the best. Like they're literally like they're just having moments where they're just like shouldering each other and smacking chest to chest. It's incredible so far. A minute and a half in. Oh, we got punches thrown.
Stop it, guys.
I know. Okay. All right. I'm going Natty. We got Hizriev. I got Hizriev submission round 2 against Mahmoud Murodov.
I'm going Murodov knockout round 2.
That'd be sick. I have Natty Ice by decision against Viviane Araújo.
Natty Ice in a competitive, but she will win a unanimous decision.
You going Randy Brown as well?
I'm going Randy Brown, but he will not get the big performance type of finish. I think he will win it decisively, though.
Okay. I'm picking Money Moicano as well. How do you have Moicano winning?
Money Moicano, rear naked choke, round 2.
I have submission round 2 as well. And then we go to the main event.
Ooh.
Middleweights, getting after it. We have Roman Dolidze versus Nassourdine Imavov. You're picking Imavov?
I am picking Imavov, and I am picking him by round 4 knockout.
Damn.
Oh,
I am picking Roman Dolidze. Submission round 3.
And before we head out, we got one more super chat. Not really sure what this is a reference to. But again, from Terrence Leverett.
He just tagged me in the fight.
I guess on Twitter, maybe?
Hold on a second. Well, I freaking hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, Bellator didn't announce this.
Is it just?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, now I got multiple people tagging me in it. You know, I should probably maybe we'll hold on. Let's keep the show rolling. Let me see if I can get some confirmation on this. Let's see if I can get a little confirmation on this. What's the date on it? March 17th?
Yeah, you have to ask the people. I have no idea.
That's what this poster I'm looking at says. But how is that possible? Because Usman can't fight in March, can he? If he's suspended 6 months? Because it was November, was it not? So
yeah, November, that'll be less
December,
than 6 months.
January, February, March, April.
Yeah.
I have some messages out. We'll see. Yeah. Maybe we'll get a little confirmation. We have like another question or two.
Let me see any more questions.
We'll see. If not,
yeah, it's not a troll.
It's not a troll. Post tweeted 3 hours ago. Okay, I mean, I'm sorry. Did this even end up in our Slack channel?
No, I haven't seen it at all.
It didn't. Look, they did. Hey, they did
saw the
say
thing about the Bellator news.
Big announcement coming up on Monday.
Yeah, it's definitely not in our Slack.
I don't know what that means.
Not,
I thought they were going to announce like the TV partner or something, but this is such a heavyweight fight. It's the best. This is incredible. Let me see if we have an answer here. Nothing to confirm, I'm told.
All right.
Not saying it won't happen. But as of now, reports of that fight are premature, from what I'm being told.
Okay. There you go.
That's right.
Here's
thank you for bringing that up. We got a little bit of an answer, but yes, that's where we're at right now. Again, not saying that it won't happen, but there you go. Do we see any meaningful ramifications from the main event? I mean, if Dolidze does the thing and calls out Cannonier, yeah. But other than that, no.
We might, because I can't remember the fight before the headbutt or something. How was the Chris Curtis Imavov fight going?
If memory serves me correctly, I thought Imavov was looking pretty.
Yeah, he wasn't dominating, but I feel like he was winning. From what I remember,
it was one of those fights where just like, you know, Chris is like a good fighter, but Imavov just seems like he's just better and bigger. You know what I mean? It was just like, like Chris looked like a welterweight fighting a light heavyweight in that fight. You know what I mean? Like that's what it kind of felt like. And Imavov is looking real sharp until the headbutt happened. Chris was starting to come on a little bit more in that second round, but Imavov clearly won the first. So yeah, I don't know if there's outside of Dolidze getting a finish and calling out Cannonier with like a really well done promo. No, I don't think there's any meaningful ramifications. Like Imavov winning, I don't think like he gets a huge leap from this. Do you?
No, I think this fight is to set up their next fight will be a big fight. Even though this is a main event, like main events used to be kind of a big thing, but I feel like this is a fight to set up for the next big fight. But someone's got
the winner of this is if Imavov wins, He's fighting Joe Pyfer next if Joe Pyfer beats Jack Hermanson. Like, that's how I think this plays out.
That makes sense. Yeah. We have a little 85 middleweight tournament going over the next couple weeks.
Yep. And that should be fun. Much like this Jamal Pogues Thomas Peterson fight that is happening in round 2. Shocking that we're in round 2. And this thing's going heavyweight over, so it's definitely.
We got to end this because I don't have a monitor on, so I got to
hit the music. I don't want to take you guys away from this
I gotta see
any
this.
longer. Hit the music. We'll be back after the card to recap it all. We appreciate you watching and taking part in the program, but we'll do this again after the fact. Enjoy the fights, everybody, and if you're gonna go out and do other things,
come back here.
Don't blame you, but stick at MMAfighting.com
Great
for
website.
all for the results, highlights, live blogs, all that fun stuff, and then we'll have a post-fight show after. Casey, I am Mike Heck. Thank you very much. Enjoy the fights.
It's been super chatting with you guys.
It has.